Hey Tenchi, hey Song. Promptly aways for a bit. No worries. Today's been kinda rough. But it happens. We will all do our best to get by and to make everything work. There we go. So I finished linking everywhere. I've got my controller, got my soda. There we go. So yeah, let's get to it. More of the best part of the game. Because yeah, honestly, the best part of these new Tomb Raider games, in my opinion, is the exploration and finding all of the documents and relics and stuff. And the combat's just sort of... it's okay, I guess. But yeah, exploring a spooky old manor full of memories is even better than fighting undead jerks in a tomb.
Just as creepy as I remember.
Lara, we've already been through here. Come on, hurry it up. Oh wait. Oh, I guess still saved as having gotten that thing. Well, that's good. Let's see, can't open those yet. Need a crowbar. Well, that's the thing. We already murdered the religious cult. Well, we murdered the main dude in it, and then the main chick got sniped before she could tell us the truth. So now we're in the past. I think. I'm pretty sure this is the past. I mean, Lara's back home. I'm not sure exactly where it is to be, well, we know where it is. I'm not sure when it is, to be honest.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
Aww. Ah. Hi, Klein. As you're aware, it has been a day.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Oh no!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Ah!
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
That is the cutest goddamn thing. Ah!
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Aww. No, that's too cute. Oh, this is freaking adorable. I love it. Yeah, the emotional whiplash is a good way to describe it.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
Hey Song, FYI, you're wonderful and we love you. And thank you for being here.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Like 30 lesbians down here if you did some redecorating.
There's a missing page.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Territorial lesbians.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather. Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
Lighter, I barely know her, but
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
the part we were in before.
For an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Yeah. The part we were in before was the basement. This is the Manor's library. Oh. Just a sec. Okay.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Oh. And yet all I can think of is that early, mind your manners, that early Tomb Raider game where you fight tigers at the very beginning. And that was always enough for me to just be like, nope, 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 I can't play this game.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
If it hadn't been for that, I might have actually played more of that game. Yeah. That first part was just like, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Yeah, the clothes were a little completely ridiculous. Well, yeah, but she was a kid. Not actually afraid of tigers, but when I was a kid, it was scary enough, and I had so little experience in playing any sort of game where you actually, like, fought something. Like, I could kind of handle shooting bad guys, but shooting tigers, big, scary, mean tigers that growled all terrifyingly and then mutilated Laura, it was just like, no. That's... no.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire. I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
Okay, but I have more exploring to do.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there.
I'm playing Resident
My
Evil
brother
1
was
when you're
threatening to
5.
shut down the expedition, but
Yeah.
I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Screen share documentary night. Sounds good. Have fun, Song, and tell Mads we said hi.
It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly? I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Aww.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs. One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Jaffa Cakes next to William Blake.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Oops. Right? Yeah. Growing up someplace like this, it would be just ridiculous.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Let's see. Ah. Yeah.
X marks the spot, as they say. The master key. This should get me into the West Wing. Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the forbidden West Wing.
Yeah, I think I saw Mortal Kombat when I was that young.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Oh yeah. Of course, on the other hand, I then turned around and watched a tiny bit of It with my dad when he was watching it on TV when I was a kid, and I was just completely horrified. It was the worst thing ever.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
Ah. So it's the number with the 2 birds.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you...
Let's see, we got that. See, it wasn't a journal. Was it maybe over here? Here it is. The hieroglyphs worksheet.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Alright, so it looks like it's number 5.
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
That means the first number is a 5.
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Alright, Klein. Oh, but I want to set the... I guess I can't.
Need to search the rest of the manor for the clues to the combination.
Alright, alright.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
No. No way, Lord Croft was a good guy. I definitely think that he was probably killed by the jerk faces. That the Trinity jerks killed him? No. Like at the ending of it, at least not unless it gets to unless it's in a part that I haven't gotten to yet. Her hallucinate. Oh, that part of the DLC. No. Her hallucination showed the dad killing himself. And then, like, transforming into something else? I don't know, unless that something else he transformed into was, like, supposed to be one of the Trinity people and I just didn't recognize it. I mean, I don't know. It's been a little bit since we played that part, and I don't remember for sure. Jeb, you are not wrong about most things. Please don't beat yourself up. Like, seriously, right now is kind of... I'm sorry, I can't really handle, like, much negativity right now. Today's been... Today's been kind of harsh, and I need to... I kind of need to just play some video games and try to relax.
The Croft family crest.
Sorry, I'm... Hey, Jeb.
Okay, Laura, keep it together. We're starting to see things.
If you're still here, Jeb, I'd appreciate it if you could message Dark. And, I mean, she's probably still in bed, still asleep. But I'm sure she'd like to hear from you.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner. Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara...
Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small. Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favorite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favorite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft. My darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
This was for a show in London of Mama's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that. I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life, every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar, I can almost remember her. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October. Which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Yeah, I don't know much about my parents' relationship. They got divorced basically before I can even remember anything. I was like 3 or something.
At least that old thing still works.
And I don't even remember my mom's birthday, because she died when I was 12.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Alright, I do know that I was born before my parents got married. Because I was like, yeah.
The inscription is faded.
I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to stream this. Like, today's already been rough, and now I'm just adding on top of it all of this dead parent stuff, but... honestly, I don't remember for sure if I had already been born when my parents got married. No, wait, I do remember. Yeah, I was definitely already born when my parents got married, because when I was born, I had my mom's maiden name for my last name, and they changed it like a month later, I think.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event.
Nah,
obviously we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Legally baby. Baby Saunders. That's pretty good.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me, tonight.
Dad.
I will take care of Atlas, and then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents.
Yeah, it would be kind of weird to have a bust. I mean, the bust I've got's good enough, so, but I'm fun.
I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out.
See, it was...
That worked. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept it safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important. A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue. I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs. A hidden message. this just to keep his research safe.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe. It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here. Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings. Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night. The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
My love. It is silent. So peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment. Only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor. There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I've tried to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
Feels.
What's this? A letter.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Fuck off, Atlas. God, that guy's a douche.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
So yeah, that was the thing. Thanks, Chad. I appreciate it. So hey, it looks like she at least mostly fixed up this leak. Okay, so the only thing left to do here would be find more relics. And I'm not actually that, like, interested in finding everything, I don't think. Oh, although, I guess some stuff is super easy.
The broken sword I brought back from Yamatai.
Ah.
The Atlas, such an amazing piece of craftsmanship. Sophia insisted I take it home with me.
Oh. Okay, so I guess this is definitely after the events of the game.
I can still remember the last time I fired these.
Yeah, we finished the main game. Hey, she put her bows up there. Nice. Okay, actually there's one more thing left. I feel like... I mean, Jacob doesn't, like, confirm it, but he says that it's probably what happened, and... Actually, no, it wasn't Jacob. It was, what's-his-face? The Trinity jerk. He told her right before she killed him. And then, she talked to Anna about it and tried to get an answer out of her, and Anna was like, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you anything, and then she got sniped. So where is that last thing? Ah, yeah. That's understandable. And yeah, no, it's like someone says it, but it's like... Just can't remember who said what with all the dying, yeah. Someone says it, but nobody like outright confirms it. Like, Constantine, that was his name. Constantine tells Lara, and she's like, no, it can't be. And then she shoots him in the head. Or, you know, I shot him in the head. Gotta kill off the one-time only characters. Yeah. So yeah, somewhere around here. I'm guessing it's going to be down here somewhere, since I was kind of rushing my way through this. Ah, is this? No, that's not it. Lemma Croft. You know me so well, Arson. Hi Song, welcome back. We found Lara's mom's corpse. Ooh. Ah. No? Hmm. Yep. Lara's mom was Anne Corpse all along. Who'd have thunk it? So I'm looking for like the last thing that we haven't found here yet. Hi, Dark. Nice to see you. Thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. I'm sort of a sad lump because of all the dead mom feels in this thing. I mean, yeah, of course there was a lot of wine back there. They're rich people. What do you expect? No. Doo doo doo. Secret underground double vault. Yeah, the place is a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it's also a freaking mansion, so I mean, yeah. Kind of a chintzy little master bedroom there, though. Although the atelier is pretty awesome. Yeah, I've never been in a place this big. Ah, here we go.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
Huh. 10 and trying to find the bathroom, oh god. Alright. So, now we've got all the stuff. I think. Oh, there's no map for this little area. Interesting. I maintained my reputation with poise and dignity, not hitting people with ice axes. Take my ancestral revolver. Alright, there we go. That's everything. On to the next DLC. Lara's Nightmare. Oh. It's a expedition thingy. Bonus challenge set in Croft Manor for combat enthusiasts. Huh. The Atlas got the banner story. Huh. Okay, so... Alright, so I guess the other option would have been to, like, start the thing over again. Song, I'm sorry. Alright, I don't care about any of that right now. Hi, Klein. Destroy the skulls of rage.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter. But so be it. I will never allow you to make this manor your home again. If you stay, you will perish like your pathetic father. Like my poor, ruined sister. I will grind the Croft name to dust and leave it utterly destroyed, forgotten for all time. It is too late for you now.
This is a nightmare. It can't be real.
Huh. Neat. Oh dear. Much spooky. Damn it. Rude. Why don't I have my ice picks? This sucks. Ow! Ow! It's ridiculous.
Come on, wake up, Lara. None of this is happening.
Ah! Right. Well. Welcome to zombie mode. Atlas is just a jerk like that. Summon zombies. What a jerk. Who does that? Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, Song, take care. Uh-oh. Oh, god damn it.
The master key.
Oh god damn it. Leave me alone. Ow! Ow! Cut that out! This is incredibly silly. I just have to say. Ow!
You will awaken my rage, child.
Uh-oh. That's where that door led. Uh-oh. Ow! Ow! Fucking hell, dude! Why is the DLC this? That is an incredibly good question, Klein. Cause you gotta, I guess. Oh, god damn it. Not okay, not okay, not okay. Run for it. Ow. Whoa, excuse me, coming through. God damn it. Let me through. Alright. God damn it. Bunch of jerks. Ow! God fucking hell. Ow. Leave me alone, guys. Come on. God damn it. Fucking...
Good. We're closer to witnessing the power of my hatred!
God damn it, guys, leave me alone. Oh my god. Ow. Ow. God damn it. Right. Well. Leave me alone, you jerks. God damn it. No.
Wake up, Lara. None of this is happening.
Alright, I'm done. This is dumb and I hate it. Cute DLC, I guess, but whatever. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull up something else for us to stream. And so I will be back in like probably 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not like particularly a fan of zombie modes, so it's cool and all I guess, but whatever. So yeah, stick around everybody, I'll be back shortly. Actually wait, I'll be back like right now, I'm still here. I forgot I can like open the menu at least and see what I've got. I just can't actually see what you guys say in return. Oh hey wait, I know how I can do exactly that. Let me just open the chat on my phone. Here we go. Cool. Alright, what do we got? I know the roommates have the third one, but I don't know if it's installed right now. Far Cry 5. I just found out about the sequel and how the first one ends, and it's so bad. So bad. So incredibly bad. Senran Kagura. Oh hey! Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, we do have it. So I might just do that, since it's the sequel. And I don't know that there's anything else installed that I particularly want to play. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'll try not to remind you of Far Cry 5. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. More like the first. That's okay, I'll live. So yeah, be here momentarily, or back momentarily.